When it comes to owning a home, I mean building your own home, the construction processes has a whole lot that happens in between. Now, when people come and see a house, they see it standing, so many people do not understand the processes it had gone through before that house had to be what? Had to be standing. And most importantly, when constructing a house, there are very key integral details, technical details that one needs to pay attention to. Now, not just paying attention to it, there are processes that one needs to follow. If you do not follow those processes, well, that's where you now begin to see houses will dilapidate, you see houses will crack, you see houses will fall in less than 5 years, that they can basically not last the test of time. Ladies and gentlemen, today in this video, I will be taking you around this project just very briefly to show you what's happening currently on site. But most importantly, I want to also, in a way, show you the advantages of buying an off-plan project. Now, if this is not an off-plan project, I would probably don't have the opportunity of taking you through the process of this construction, because if you're buying into a finished houses, you will only get to see it in the market when it's finished. So come along with me on this very brief tour of the current construction that is ongoing inside. Shall we? Very important process that is involved in construction, I mean building a house, is block work. Now, after you have acquire your land and you have carried out your soil test, you have your design ready, the next thing you should know about is your block. You need to determine the kind of block you want to use for your house. Of course, there are different sizes of block. There are 6 inches, there are 9 inches, 12 inches, etc., etc. So, while you determine the sizes of the block that you need for your foundation, for your block work, the entire construction, you also have to be sure of the materials being used to do your block. That's why a lot of the time it is better that your block is being done on site like this. Ladies and gentlemen, in this off-land project, you can see the process at which they are going through making the block work. Now, this is also to show you guys that when it comes to quality, when it comes to durability, when it comes to delivering the best home that will last a test of time, here it is the primary focus. Taking you through the process of this block work is just to prove that to you. In fact, let me say to you that if I get to sit on that block that is just freshly made today, it is not going to break. That is how strong and durable it is. So yes, once you determine the size of the blocks you want, and then of course you start doing your block, the next level you move on to is to start your foundation. Remember that at this point a soil test has been carried out on the land, and then it now tells you the kind of foundation that you will be doing. All right, let's quickly take a look at this one currently standing right here. You can see how solid this foundation is right away. Yes, this is a 3-bedroom semi-detached house with a BQ, and you see the foundation before every other finishing work is being done. Now, this is to show you that this is not just a solid foundation, but the kind of work that is done here is the one that gives you assurance that your house is going to last the test of time. We all know that when it comes to foundation, that of course it is the most important, the most integral part of your building. The level or how strong your foundation is what determines how many decades your house is going to last. And that is why when building a house, they take more time doing the foundation. For those who do not, well, they do suffer at the end of the day, but it is important that it take time, you know, at the foundation level, and every other thing becomes more easier before you get into the internal finishing work. Like I said, these are semi-detached, and we have terraces just by my side right here that is still on construction, and we have so many other outside right here that we are constructing. Now, one exciting thing about this project, ladies and gentlemen, is the speed at which it is going right now. I really do love the fact that it is going at a very interesting speed. Why? Because the delivery timeline is very crucial right here. Now, another key important thing to buying into an off-plan project is the delivery timeline, because you have bought into the property as an off-plan, and then waiting for too long would not be nice. So if you key into any of the house type here and you're given 1 year as your delivery timeline, I tell you what, you will get your house maximum 1 month after that 1 year timeline that's been given to you. Now, delivery timeline of 1 year means that you would have done your own bid, paying all the necessary that is agreed in your contract of sale. And I, goodness Usman, the queen of landlord makers, I will be delighted to help you make the step. I mean, go on this journey with you, the beautiful journey of you owning your own home right here in Paragon Terraces. So how about you start dialing my number right away, and I will be delighted to help you start your home ownership journey. Please ensure that you are safe, and you, yes, you remain awesome just the way you are. So ladies and gentlemen, I said to you, oh double.